You're right. Right, we've got to finish these air jacks today. Well, got to finish them in this video. We're not going to finish them today. This is it's going to take me a while, I think. In the last video, we got the holes cut for the back, and then to start this off, I'm going to cut the holes in the front. Although I've been dreading this for ages because it just looks really difficult. So I've got our air jack for mocking, and then these are our tubes. So to do that, all I did was looked at pictures for a really long time. Bought one of these, that was easy, and then made a CAD model of that, and then unravelled it into sheet metal, sent it to my mate. He plasma cut it, and then rolled it for me, and then he's put some tacks on it for me to hold it in place. So it's this bit, this bulgy bit here. And it's quite difficult because there's so many contours. I need to have this fixed somewhere, and then project. Some good terms are going to happen today, I've got a feeling about it. And then I need to project where I need to cut. So my mate told me the best way to project it is just to use the ruler, and then where the ruler ends you just put a load of dots and then you cut it out and then your tube goes through, which is good, but it's about how to hold this in the right position. I might just tack it on there with a little bit of weld. That works, doesn't it? If I just tack it on with a little bit of weld, I can get it off and linish it afterwards anyway. But it means I don't have to build a jig or anything. I'll put a tack on there, eye it up, make sure it's straight, maybe put my iPhone on it or something. That worked all right in the jig video, didn't it? Let's just give it a go. I think we'll just give it a go. I'm not building I don't want to build like a, night brace for it. Right, no one else is stupid enough to do this to their car, so had to be me, didn't it? Someone had to bloody do it. Good. I think I owe you a bit of an explanation on how I've done this. All the bits that I just fast forwarded, I did actually talk my way through all of them, but it was actually broken up around 4 days maybe, and I was just having a complete mental breakdown over it. And I didn't think anyone, including me, would enjoy editing or viewing that content, so I'll just talk you through what I've done. I kind of tacked it underneath and then projected where I wanted it to be. I had to get the wing and stuff to figure out exactly where it was on the cars, but then this was still going to come in too much, and it was going to mean that I wasn't going to be able to get these rings on. I wouldn't be able to do them up from the inside. I double checked what they did on the cars. I had to scan a book and then blow it up and then kind of draw where I could see some sheet metal changes. Again, everything is blue, so you can't really tell what's going on. And basically they cut out this whole section, and it suddenly made it loads easier. So I've done this on both sides now, and I need to have these tacked in properly and kind of secure and aligned and everything, so I can do the rest of the sheet metal work. But before I can tack them in or anything, I need to put the rings on them, which have arrived from North Wales. Look at those, pretty good, aren't they? So I've got 8 of those, which hopefully will fit in here. Oh yeah. Here you go, you can have a live failure. Oh. Okay. She's a bit tight, but I mean that's so tight that it doesn't even come off. You can unscrew it. Depends how long you've got. Quite happy with that. I'm kind of learning as I go along a little bit with these. There's a couple of little undercuts that I want to try and avoid because it's the whole point of having the thickness on there. So you do that and you take it out, don't you? But that went okay. It's really good practice on the TIG welder as well, because you get such a lot of welding done. Trying to improve the old wire feed techniques. Good. Fast forward an hour or so, and I've done all of them. Well, I've welded all of them. They came out all right. I haven't got like a rotisserie job. It'd be really nice if I did, but also I haven't done that much TIG welding, so it is what it is. They're mostly very good. One I did a load of undercuts on for, I don't know what I was doing. Well, I was getting it too hot. Anyway, I just need to square them up. It's not square them up if it's circles, is it? Circle them up. I popped a screw fix to get a couple of flat wheels, and I'll put those in the die grinder, and it should and I should be able to open them out just kind of, you know, 1/2 mil. I'm in quite a good mood now because I've had this old E46 for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and the CD changer has never worked in the back of it. The battery went completely dead because I left it for so long. Put a C-Tech on the battery, charged it back up, and now everything works on it. They fix themselves. They also break themselves a lot. Right, let's circle these up. Simple as that, look. Looks quite cool actually. I'm gonna do the other 3 and then should we do the front first or the back? I think we'll do the front first. I think we'll start doing that. Yeah, so I'll do the other 3 of these so this fits through, and then I'll see you at the front of there. Right, all of these done now. I added in this little spacer. See, that's actually not that bad. Add a sleep on it. I usually TIG weld for about 30 minutes quite well, and then after that it's a disaster. The spacer just means that I'll still be able to get the screw on. So the next step is to clean it up to bare metal, pop these in, try and get them straight, and then I'll just tack them with MIG welds. I did see some pictures of the Calsonic car, and when the air jacks go up, it looks like a baby giraffe trying to walk for the first time. So if I do a crap job of this, at least it'll be realistic to the Group A cars, but I would rather it just goes up straight. There we go, all 4 done. So they're all in this primer rather than the other stuff. You know it's good because it gives you the worst cough when you inhale any of it. Usually things that either do that or are banned are really good at doing their own jobs. It's really horrible cleaning that amount of mil scale off these things, it just takes forever. In the end, I tried the wire wheel like this, and then decided to try the flap wheel, but it was a bit too, I don't know, it's taking metal away, I didn't like it. So I tried this, which is just as disappointing as they always are. So I just went back to that, and it's actually alright with that. It's just one of those jobs that takes forever. The front ones are dry, so I'm going to start putting the front ones in the car and trying to get it straight. I might put a plumb line on there as well as the iPhone. It's belt and braces then, isn't it? Let's do both. This is lovely, isn't it? Lovely little stool. Caster is good. Camber's good. So we're all good. I'm going to chuck a plumb line on there because I don't trust this. The jacket's on. It's 30 degrees in here. Didn't fancy more welding burns, so I thought I'd put this chap on again. The welding's not that awful, right? But on the picture of all the blue car that I've got, it's linished off, so I'm going to go and take a flat wheel to it and just flatten it. Not trying to hide anything. Right, you can see I've started to kind of form that into some sort of shape. So I'm just going to go back to the car and it will be a matter of tacking it on and then just leaning on it until it fits, I think. I think that's okay. I've got it welded on. I don't know what they did about these holes. It's as they did it. I guess I'll have to take all these welds off. Do you want to have a look at them? Right. Let's clean them all off. I think there's a couple of reasons they linished all the welds off. Number one, have you seen the homologation papers? Because the welds are unbelievable. Two, it's so that when someone looks at the pictures going, oh, I wonder how I can copy that, they have absolutely no idea what's happening. One side done. I've done most of the other side, but I'm going to go and finish that off and then we can move on to the back ones. Cool, this is a long one, isn't it? Luckily, I already cut the holes to the back ones, didn't I? So I just kind of need to slot them in and then figure out the little platey bits. I'll have to figure out what to do with the waterproofing vibe of this later on. If you're one of the original Group A engineers that built one of these cars, why don't you tell me? Hello. I've just put them back in their little holes, look. Seem quite happy, didn't they? Should we film this side this time? Bit different, isn't it? You've been over there the whole time. Better hang a plumb line off that, I think, because the old iPhone just said it was completely straight. I feel like I'm ice fishing. Happy with that? I need to check to see where they welded it from, top or bottom. What do you reckon? Answers on a postcard. Anyone else built a car using photos off their phone? Pretty stupid really, isn't it? Inside. Inside! I'm going to finish off the other side quick. Just do the same as what I did here with the plumb line. Seemed to work really well. And the fact that the car's twisting about, don't worry about it. And then I think I'm going to go home. And then I'm going to come back tomorrow and I reckon I'll have these finished off. I've just got to do the little plate things. And then what we'll do is we'll put an air jack in, one of the front ones with the wing on and stuff, and record it making chuffy noises. Sound good? Sound reasonable? Alright. Hello, we're back for another day in paradise. Thunderstorm outside today. Bit refreshing, I suppose. Although the roof's leaking on my house at home, so not so good at the same time. I came in earlier and I made these little plates up and realised that I'd put the air jack tubes about 15mm too high. So then I had to cut them all out and redo them. It wasn't fun, so I didn't video it. But we're there now, we're ready to do the last bits. All I'm going to do to finish off this video is these little front sheets like that. There are a couple more plates that need to go in, which go back to this roll cage tube here. The problem being I haven't got the material to do it. This is mild steel and this is mild steel, so this can be mild steel. But this is 25 CRM04 and I haven't got any of that. I'm waiting on someone to send me some, so I'm just going to wait for that to turn up and I'll do it in my spare time, if that's alright. It won't be very relaxing for me, let alone having to film it. Right, let's finish off these and then we'll put the air jacks in and make some chuffy noises. I did try to get some offcuts off company, but they couldn't do it. They could only give me a quote for an 8-foot sheet, and I wouldn't be finishing this car if I bought that, so I did these little top plates as well, and it's all tied into the sill, so hopefully the air jacks won't just shoot out the roof when they go off. Do you want to have a look? I'll show you. You've had a look at everything else. May as well have a look at this. That'll do. It'll do for me. Should we put an air jack in? Make some little noises?
I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. I don't want to make videos that are just me coming down for one day and then cutting a hole, because it's not interesting for me, so it's not going to be interesting for anyone else, so you just might have to wait a little bit longer for some of these videos. The next job is prepping it ready for paint. I think I'll skip that, so the next video will actually be paint, which is good, isn't it? So I'll see you there. Share it around if you know anyone that likes cars, and do the like and subscribe, because it does something algorithm-y that I don't really understand, but